Yeah, context is like this. It's like we're living in a house, and we've lived in this house for generations, family generations, and all this stuff. And there's like a huge hope chest in the corner that nobody's opened.
Oh.
You know, and everybody's got like all these, they have all these imaginations of what's in the hope chest. And one day the whole family gets together and they're like, let's open the hope chest. And they open it and it's empty.
But here's another thing that comes straight up. That's funny. They're like, oh, bugger. Do you remember in Fish Called Wanda?
Yeah.
They go all the way to the end and they finally get to the place they're trying to break in, and Kevin Kline opens the box of what they're looking for and it's empty, and he goes, disappointed.
Yes, exactly.
Like the whole movie is getting to that moment, and they think there's something amazing in the box, and they open it and it's empty.
Yeah. What's amazing is understanding the distinctions and systems, the part-whole organization and the relationship and the perspectives that are going on in these systems, such that you understand the things in their context. That's the whole point of understanding systems.
Here's the thing. There's a team of 5 people working together, and they just keep doing the context thing. Oh, that depends on the context. Well, every single one of them has a different mental model of what that context is. So if you don't take the time for each person to unpack theirs and reconcile the differences between and among them, you're moving forward on misunderstanding to begin with.
Yeah, and I just think I completely agree with that. It's a huge problem, and there's something super cool about the idea that this little guy who's just a node in a network, his context is all the other nodes in the network.
Right.
And all the other nodes in the network, their context includes that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's this like really dynamic understanding, including the relationships and the perspectives and all that, not just the nodes, but there's this really dynamic understanding of what context means that is so profound that it equals the profundity of what context should be.
Context is not a static thing. Context is very, very rich in its complexity and always changing.
Yes.
Which means we have to be paying attention to it.
To the dynamics of the system, the dynamic properties of the system, and the sort of that one guy has context in other guys, and those other guys have context in that one guy, right? Like that it's this co-implying or co-contextual. It's not that there's text and context. There's just text.
Meaning we demean parts of the text by calling it context.
Kind of.
We reduce its value.
Well, again, I'm not fundamentally against the term context. I'm against the way that the term is being utilized, right? So it is remarkable to me that all these little texts operate as like individual little texts. You can look them up individually in the dictionary.
Yeah.
But when they get together, and they're in a little text party in a paragraph, and they're like, hey, you want to dance? You know? When they get together, they change each other's meanings.
Yes.
When they get together, they change the meaning of the sentence. So it's the together. It's the together that provides the context.
And all of the dynamics of
and all the dynamics of the together of all the texts and all the partying of the texts.
Yeah.
And so to see that as being outside of that paragraph, the context lies outside of the paragraph or outside of the ecosystem or separate from or different from or just a black box that we don't know what it is.
Right.
It just seems like almost taking something really cool about context and making it really kind of pedestrian.